The range of sample means is a great way to calculate an interval in which we know a certain portion of our sample means will fall. So let's take a look at an example of how we would calculate this interval. Let's suppose that we have an insurance company that surveys 25 households at random. They find that the average amount of whole life insurance owned by these 25 households is $60,000, and the standard deviation is $20,000. Let's assume further that the amount of whole life insurance is normally distributed. We can calculate the 95% confidence interval for the true average amount of whole life insurance per household. Using the range of sample means, that gives us the interval in which, in this example, 95% of the values should fall. So we'll calculate our confidence intervals based on our average, our mean, our z-value, our standard deviation, and our sample size. So we know, given the information, that our sample size, our lowercase n, is 25 because we surveyed 25 households. Our mean from those 25 households was $60,000. The standard deviation from those 25 households was calculated to be $20,000. In this example, we're going to use a 95% confidence interval, which equates to a z-value of 1.96. Using this information and our calculation, we're going to start by using our mean for the first portion of the calculation, which was from cell B19, which is $60,000. And then we're going to calculate the second portion of our calculation, since it's plus or minus. This will be our z-value of 1.96 from cell B21 multiplied by our standard deviation from cell B20 divided by the square root of our sample size from cell B18. So our plus or minus portion of the equation is 7,840. Using this information, we can calculate our lower confidence interval, which is our mean minus the second portion of the calculation. So $60,000 minus 7,840. And then our upper confidence interval is our mean plus that second portion of the calculation. So $60,000 plus 7,840, which is $67,840. So we can say then, based on our sample size, that we have 95% confidence that the average amount of whole life insurance will fall between $52,160 and $67,840.